Every word I say is true. This I promise you. Ooh, I promise you. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, y'all.
Oh my god.
It has been a wonderful month.
The best.
April is over, mostly.
Thank God.
There were some good things this month. Tell us about some of the
My
some of the good
house
things.
is almost done.
That's huge.
Oh my gosh.
How long has it been?
Since October.
Oh, that's not that long.
It feels like.
I was thinking it was like October 2020.
No. October 2021 was when we started building. So.
In that case, that's pretty fast.
Speak for yourself. Yeah, my house is almost done. We're on the home stretch, like less than 60 days probably.
That's great.
Hopefully.
We're all going to be there.
Yeah, we'll record the pod in June. We'll record at my new house. And I'll be like, please don't breathe in here. It's perfect. Don't touch it.
I don't know. As soon as you, your children, your cats.
I know. And Cole is such a neat freak that I'm like really dreading it. Like he's like a very much a take your shoes off when you walk inside person in our duplex. So my kids are going to be like in medical booties walking around the house. But the highlight of my month was my good pal Sarah Davis went to Comic-Con. And I got a little phone call this past Friday from her.
Uh-huh.
And I answered. And it was a guy. And he said, "Hi, is this Kelsey?" And I said, "Who's asking?" Just kidding. I said, "Yes." And he said, "Hi, it's Joey Fatone from NSYNC." I can't even say it without like blushing and almost crying. Anyone who knows me knows I am the biggest boy band fan.
Yep.
Like not even a specific boy band. Just if you're in a boy band, I want to be a part of it. I love it so much. I love boy bands. Specifically NSYNC though.
Yes.
And
I mean, that was the
band for me growing up. Like I loved NSYNC so much. And so I got to talk to Joey Fatone on the phone. And I was starstruck.
Incredible.
I also told him that he carried the band.
Uh-huh.
And a certain someone whose name rhymes with Schmimberlake did not. And he laughed. So, just saying. But I told him I know all of his choreography.
Which is incredible. Because it's true.
It's true. You guys see it. Unfortunately.
The teens know very well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is like one of my like party tricks. When there's a lull in any moment, I'm like, you know what? Turn it on. Fire up the NSYNC. It's an NSYNC power hour. So, yeah, I let him know. I was like, anytime you're ready to start up this reunion tour, before you hire a single backup dancer, for the love of God, please call me. I've got a lot of PTO. And I'm ready to go, man. Just not during the months of June and July because of SRP. Otherwise, I'm your girl. I'm ready to go on tour. But yeah, it was the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I told him that. I was like, I'm a mom of 3. And this is the best day of my life. Is this me talking to you right now for 3 minutes? But yeah, Sarah got me.
And you had just gone to their concert not that long ago.
No, Backstreet Boys.
Oh, no.
I know.
I thought it was NSYNC.
No, I wish. They haven't done like a reunion tour
yeah, that's
yet.
true, because they'd have to have like Justin Timberlake.
Schmimberlake.
Yeah.
He who must not be named. The Voldemort of the group. Yeah, so Justin won't do a reunion.
Huh.
Yet. It's coming. I know it's coming. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, that was a very exciting day for you.
Yeah, so now I have
she
a
called
sign.
every single person
I
that
even
she's
called,
ever met.
I called here.
Yeah.
and just yelled it into the phone at
Yeah.
poor Jaden. And Jaden was like, what the heck? Actually, she was very excited for me. But yeah, now I have a signed NSYNC poster at my desk.
Signed by just good old Joey Fatone.
Just Joey. So 1 down, 4 to go. I feel like the others might be a little harder to get to, but you never know.
I can only name 3 of them. So
Who?
Lance Bass and
I knew it.
and Justin Timberlake
Yeah.
and Joey Fatone.
JC Chazé and Chris Kirkpatrick are the other 2 members.
Interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of boy bands, another good thing that happened to me this month was Harry Styles at Coachella. I wasn't there. Clearly. I was
watching it on TikTok.
Yeah, just watching the recap. I have Sarah Whitten, equally obsessed with Harry Styles. We've been reading fan fiction. Terrible fan fiction.
Oh.
Terrible. But it's so funny.
Yeah. I had that phase in
Middle
high
school,
middle
probably,
school,
when
yeah.
it's like socially acceptable to be into fan fiction.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell anyone, but
Sure, I'm telling everyone.
yeah.
So sorry, Sarah.
Everyone knows now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've brought her down my Harry Styles rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But
And we have Harry looking over us at our desks now.
yeah, that's so embarrassing. I got embarrassed like when Emma came in yesterday and was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Sarah's. It's your boss's poster. I don't know what you're talking about." Yeah. So Harry Styles at Coachella was a highlight of my April. He sang with Shania Twain. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that first weekend
Yeah.
of Coachella. So that pumped me up a
I
bit.
remember seeing that on the talk.
I probably sent you 40 of them, like I did Sarah. But in my defense, the next weekend it was Harry Styles and Lizzo, and she sent me that one.
Yes.
Before I even sent it to her,
Yes.
because I was at a dance competition. I was like, I'm gonna need y'all to chill out. I gotta watch Harry Cella. So yeah, what's new in your life?
Well, I'm just now remembering that I sent this in our group text and no one responded.
Your closet.
I've discovered that I have a closet.
In my defense, I meant to respond.
I probably sent it at 2 a.m.
Right.
Which is what I do, and then no one responds, and I'm like, why is no one talking to me?
Okay, one, never knew you had the feels like that. That makes me really sad. Almost makes me want to stay up past 8 o'clock for you. I'm like falling asleep right now because I go home at 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh, it's about bedtime. Time to clock out because I'm like falling asleep sitting here.
Yeah. Well, there's just like a hallway in my apartment, and there's a door to that hallway. Mm-hmm. So it's just always open because why would I close the door to the hallway? And I had some windows open because it was such nice weather.
Right.
And the door kind of like creaked closed. And I looked over and there's just another door behind it.
Oh my God. Yeah, you sent us like a full video.
And there's like, it's like, I don't know, 5 feet deep, like a whole closet.
It's like a room.
And that was like my one complaint about this apartment was I had no storage.
Oh my God.
And if that door, I would have never closed that door. I would have lived there for a year and never known if the wind hadn't shifted the door.
I cannot.
And I've even hung, like that door's open, I would hang my jacket like on the side of that door.
Right.
And I've never just looked behind it. I just assumed it was a wall.
Sure. It is a very good sized closet.
It's huge.
Like I was impressed when I watched the video. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
like
because the closet in my
walk-in.
bedroom is not, it's not deep enough for a hanger.
Yeah, you showed me that in like a picture or a video.
I had to twist all my hangers.
No.
So they're in there like sideways.
No. You should have called me. I have all those baby hangers from when Hadley was younger. You can like just like hang a sock on it. It's so little, but you could hang your stuff. That's hysterical.
So yeah, I have a slightly larger than I thought apartment.
It's like a pantry, like a walk-in pantry.
Yeah, it's like
That's what it reminded me of.
like the door is slightly less wide than the regular doors in the house, but then it goes back
Yeah.
like fully like 5 feet.
That's so wild
There's
that
like
you didn't know.
There's room for 2 rails of clothing, and then there's 3 shelves that go up.
So are you putting clothes in there now?
I have nothing to put in there now because I put everything away.
Oh my God.
But I'm getting a dining room table this weekend, and it has a leaf in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I can put the leaf in the closet.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a leaf closet now.
Yep. That's going to be the only thing in there.
My gosh. What else has happened? Oh, I had a flat tire yesterday.
Yeah.
Super exciting news. I was driving on a rim, baby. Seriously, driving on the rim. It was so embarrassing.
The last time I got a flat tire, it was because there was a police spike in my tire. Like when they do like high speed chases, you know?
Oh my God.
And they pull that thing across the road with the spikes on it. They're spikes, but they're hollow. So when they go in the tire, the air just comes out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I remember this happening.
Yeah. And I went, but I was just driving like, you know, I had driven, I think it was from here to my friend's house.
Weren't you down over by Penn? By St. Francis?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I had driven between the library and St. Francis.
Yeah.
And that had got in my tire.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah. And then I took it to the tire shop. I didn't know what it was.
Right.
I took it to the tire shop and I left it there. I came back. They're like, because they told me I had something in my tire and blah, blah, blah. And I came back and they started like questioning me.
Oh my God.
As if I had run from the police.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm like, if I hit a spike strip, there'd be more than one single like needle.
You just hit the corner of it and just kept driving. That is bizarre.
Yeah.
So did it like instantly go flat like the minute you ran it over?
Because there was just like, if you had run over an actual spike strip, you'd have like 100 in your tire.
Right. Oh,
I
okay.
had 1. So it actually took like 2 hours to deflate so I could like fill it up.
Yeah.
And then drive to wherever.
Right.
It was cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said I had 2 holes in my tire, which I was like,
very curious. Maybe you ran over a fork.
I'm suspicious. That would be very on brand, honestly. I pulled a fork out of my purse 2 days ago, and my kids were like, what is that?
I
And
have to keep
like,
a fork in my backpack.
It's a fork.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
You never know when you're going to need a fork.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You never. I needed one just now.
There's one in my drawer at work.
Yeah.
There's one in my backpack.
I just needed one right now for those wings.
Yeah.
I'd like ate 2 of them because I want to get my hands all gross. If I had a fork, my purse fork wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a flat tire, so that was super fun yesterday.
Yeah. A lot of things happened.
That's on like the bad luck side of my month is the flat tire.
Yeah.
What a way to finish it out.
Well, it was also nice when your grandma passed away. She left in her documentation that instead of flowers for the funeral, that she wanted donations to be sent to the library.
Yeah, which was really cool. I was shocked when I found that out. She was an avid reader. She loved like smutty romance, of course. So gross. But yeah, I was really surprised when she did that, and I thought it was really cool. She doesn't live here in town either.
Yeah.
She uses the Mid-Continent system.
Yeah.
But yeah, she listed us, and we got some money, so we can put that toward the teen section here at East Hills or something. So
yeah.
Or a mini fridge. Just joking.
We've been looking at the little fridges that just hold 6 cans or something.
I want a mini fridge so bad in the workroom. Library news, though. What's going on?
Library news.
I have a feel-good story.
There was actually quite a bit. Like sometimes we have a hard time finding library news, but there was a variety of stories this month. Yeah,
for sure. I have one that I didn't tell you about. Well, I told you I found it, but it's just a really sweet feel-good story.
I'm very excited to hear about it.
Okay, so this is about a 2nd grader from Boise, Idaho, and his name is Dylan Helbig. And yeah, like I said, he's a 2nd grader, but what he did was, and I'm quoting this from the article, The second grader went viral earlier this year for sneaking his handwritten book, The Adventures of Dylan Helbig's Christmas, by Dylan himself, onto a shelf at the Ada Community Library, Lake Hazel Branch.
Interesting.
So the librarians, impressed, slapped a barcode on that baby, and the wait list is now at 5 years for this kid's book.
Wow.
And they
should get him to sign away the rights and make some copies of it.
Sounds like that's probably in the process. But it's like kicked off a whole bunch of programming for children and teaching them, obviously shoot for the stars and you can do whatever the heck you want.
Uh-huh. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So, and Dylan himself has been hosting these programs and he calls himself a local celebrity.
Oh.
So I obviously love Dylan because I consider myself a local celebrity. But it wrote a little bit about his book, Dylan's time-traveling epic of more than 80 pages, which is impressive.
How old was he again?
Second grade.
Okay.
So 8. Mackenzie's 9. She's in 3rd grade.
Okay.
8 years old. But more than 80 pages involves an exploding Christmas tree star and Dylan himself being eaten by a turkey.
Wow. So
hiding his book with his hands, real-life Dylan slipped it into a library shelf in late 2021. After it was discovered, the library gave him an award for Best Young Novelist of the Year, which I think is adorable.
Yeah.
That story just made me so happy, and I love to hear kids like getting inspired and, promoting that creativity.
Yeah.
Because a lot of grown-ups would be like, why'd you put your book in here?
Yeah.
I think it's adorable.
Yeah, they took a good opportunity there to...
Yeah, promote that.
Yeah.
And what a cool little kid. He was like, I wrote this book and y'all are going to read it.
I mean, that's a dedication, 80 pages.
80 pages.
Even if there's one word on each page.
Sure.
Which certainly there couldn't be.
Well, and he must have,
there must be at least a sentence on each page.
Right. And I'm like, did he illustrate it?
Yeah.
It's a big undertaking for an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
So shout out to Dylan Helbig, and I want to read your book. So I'm sure we'll order it when it's published. I will green card it. I just thought that was such a cute story. It made me laugh. So that's what I've got. What do you have going on?
Yeah, that was a really good one. I have, and I'm not sure if you have this also. Do you have an update on banned books?
I don't. I skipped over that one.
Okay. I have an update. It seems like it's just been in the news constantly for library people, I'm sure.
Mine involves banned books, but it's not necessarily an update. It's just a little...
Yeah. This is just an ongoing series we seem to have
and it's
here.
going to be ongoing forever.
Yeah. But the ALA has put out a survey, and so they've gotten some good data on just the average American's opinions on all kinds of book banning things. And I'm just going to read from their report that you can find on ALA News. It was just called Large Majorities of Voters Oppose Book Bans and Have Confidence in Libraries.
Okay.
So that's good. So they found that large majority of voters, 71% overall, oppose efforts to have books removed from their local public libraries. And they also did this by political affiliation. So that includes the majorities of Democrats, 75%, Independents, 58%, and Republicans, 70%. And that most voters and parents hold librarians in high regard, have confidence in their local libraries to make good decisions about what books to include in their collections, and agree that libraries in their communities do a good job offering books that represent a variety of viewpoints. So they found that 9 in 10 voters and parents have a favorable opinion of librarians who work in local public libraries and school libraries. They found that most voters are confident in local public libraries to make good decisions about their collections. Oh, that's the one I just read. And they found that the majorities of public school parents affirm that various types of books should be available in school libraries on an age-appropriate basis. So that includes works about U.S. history that focuses on the role of slavery and racism in shaping America today, such as the 1619 Project, 84% agreed to include. Works of literature that use racial slurs, such as Huckleberry Finn, To Kill a Mockingbird, and Of Mice and Men, 82% approve. Novels for young adults that portray police violence against black people, such as Ghost Boys and The Hate You Give, 68% approve. Fiction and nonfiction books about lesbian, gay, and transgender individuals, such as George and This Day in June, 65%. And works of fiction that have sexually explicit content, including scenes of sexual violence, such as Beloved and Looking for Alaska, 57%. So I think it was actually the last podcast that we talked about book banning and how while these news stories keep popping up everywhere, that the people trying to do that are in the minority.
Right.
Of people wanting to ban books overall.
Right.
And people obviously have different opinions on what should or should not be included. But the good news is that there is support broadly even across the political spectrum for including all of these diverse titles and titles about challenging subjects, even for younger children.
Right. And I think that we need to hear those statistics because it makes you feel better, because this whole book banning thing is scary. And I know as like a teen librarian, it makes me nervous to do my job. Like I always have that thought in the back of my mind of, should I toe the line? What are the parents going to think if I send their child out the door with this book? So that's a really scary and a really real thing for a lot of library workers and just individuals in general. So it's nice to hear those statistics and know, a lot of people are, quote, on our side, so to speak. But yeah, mine kind of touches on book banning as well. It's from the Texas Tribune.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about Llano County, which is in Texas. And residents of that county are suing county officials, the library director, board members, etc., over book banning. So it says 7 Llano County residents filed a federal lawsuit Monday against the county judge, commissioners, library board members, and library systems director for restricting and banning books from its 3-branch public library system. And according to this suit, the defendants worked together to remove several children's books that they found inappropriate from library shelves in early fall of last year. Then after State Rep Matt Krause of Fort Worth notified the Texas Education Agency of a list of 850 books he found objectionable that were found in school libraries. Some of the same titles were removed from the Llano libraries. Some of these books removed were In the Night Kitchen. They called themselves the KKK, The Birth of an American Terrorist Group, and Being Jazz, My Life as a Transgender Teen. So these residents are kind of fighting back.
Yeah.
Fighting the good fight and pushing back against this censorship, which I think is really cool. And
what they're accusing them of is...
So the residents are stating in their lawsuit that the county judge, commissioners, and library director removed several books off shelves, suspended access to digital library books, replaced the Llano County Library Board with community members in favor of book bans, halted new library book orders, and allowed the library board to close its meeting to the public, and a coordinated censorship campaign that violates the First Amendment and the 14th Amendment. So,
yeah.
Pretty big stuff happening over there. Necessary, but that's, Yeah,
that's a really interesting case. And it's really interesting that enough people in that community cared enough to step up and do this kind of a lawsuit.
Right. To want to take it that far because you're that passionate about it. It's just nice to see.
Yeah.
Nice to see. Like I said, fighting the good fight. Not an easy thing to do, but shout out to those people.
Now, you mentioned SRP earlier, and I don't know if everyone knows that means.
Yes.
The summer reading program.
Summer reading is quickly approaching, Jacob. And it is...
when this podcast comes out, I believe we will be in pre-registration phase.
Correct. So pre-registration this year starts on May 1st, which is what? Is that Monday?
May 1st is a Sunday.
Sunday is May 1st. So this Sunday coming up.
Yes.
Holy
this weekend.
Cats.
From when we are recording.
Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah, so pre-registration May 1st, and we are doing SRP summer reading program on Beanstack again this year. So it is all electronic, pretty cool.
And I know I love it. It makes my job a lot easier.
Yes.
But it seems like everyone loves it. All the patrons.
Yeah,
It's super simple to use.
Right.
Very intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not someone who does keep track of your books another way, it's kind of an interesting way to get started in doing that.
Right. My favorite thing about Beanstack is that you can actually use it year round. It's not just for summer reading. So you can get on there, get an account, and use it almost as social media because it logs all your books. So it's tracking what you are reading and what you want to read. But you could also do book reviews on there, which is cool. I approve those on Beanstack. That's one of my things.
And then we do use Beanstack kind of throughout the year to do other week or month-long challenges of different sorts.
There's always fun stuff happening on Beanstack.
Yeah.
So
often it ends with a pie in the face.
You are correct.
It's been some pretty good ones.
I know. The year. Yeah. Was that winter reading?
I think so.
Those were so funny. Jessica's son, Luca. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hilarious. But yeah, like we said, pre-registration begins Sunday, May 1st. And we're going to have some fun scavenger hunts going on at all of the branches. We've got a massive squishmallow, and her name is Octavia. And if you join in on our pre-registration fun, you might get to take her home.
So it's going to be a sort of enter to win if you do the pre-registration?
Correct. So you can go to any of the library branches and search for the picture of Octavia. She's going to be hiding. And when you find her, you go to the front desk and you are entered in to win.
Nice.
This squishmallow. I have a 4-year-old that is painfully hoping she wins.
It's a when you say large, it's
the size of Hadley.
Yeah.
It's like it was hard for her to hold.
It's like yeah.
Yeah, you can see we've got posters up at all of our branches that actually have a picture of Octavia, and my 4-year-old is holding her, so you can see how large she actually is.
Yeah.
So, and squishies are so fun. Squishmallows. Have you ever touched one?
I recently got to touch one.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get the whole thing. I would collect them if I could. But I'm saving money right now. But yeah. So.
And summer reading will officially start
June 1st.
June 1st. And it runs until July 31st.
Correct.
2 months.
Yes. You got 2 full months to read. Lots of fun prizes. We've got our book bags that we give out every year for the first prize.
Yeah.
But a lot of other little fun stuff.
Yeah. And we'll talk more in depth about that in the podcast for June, because that will be when it actually starts, and we'll have all of the details very fully fleshed out.
Yes.
Is there going to be, do you know, a kickoff party?
Yes, the kickoff party is that first Saturday of June.
And I know it's at Washington Park in
Correct.
the
It's
park
outside.
around
Yeah.
Washington Park.
Yeah, we're keeping it outside. It is, I can't think of the date off the top of my head. Let's pull it up here. June 4th.
Okay.
Saturday, June 4th is the kickoff.
So just keep that in the back of your mind this month, because that's always, I think there was it a balloon animal or balloon water fight?
I know we had talked about having balloon artists. I don't know that we are anymore, though.
Cut that.
Yeah. I can't remember what we're doing off the top of my head. We've got a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, and we'll get into it in our next
the next
monthly
episode.
podcast.
We'll have more details nailed down. I have a meeting with the committee on Wednesday.
Yay.
A week from today, recording.
And that's a committee that meets all year long.
All year, baby.
Just to plan for summer reading.
And we start it,
and
right away.
What's our theme this year?
Oceans of possibilities.
Oh, I thought it was be oceans of fun.
We're taking every child in St. Joe.
Everyone's going to Oceans of Fun.
You all get a season pass from the library. Just joking. Oceans of possibilities. We have a lot of fun programming for summer. Sarah Davis, our animal zookeeper, whatever her degree, zoologist.
Her degree?
What is wildlife
conservation? Yeah.
I was getting there.
She's an animal person is what we're getting at.
She's a big old animal person. So she's going to be doing one of our presentations. We have my mother-in-law is going to come from Missouri American Water.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have them. We're partnering with, and then we've just got a lot of fun stuff coming up. We'll wait until the next episode to fill y'all in on what we've got cooking.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Get excited for that.
Yeah. I do love summer reading. It's such a big undertaking, but I love it when it actually is going on. And I love the snacks from the teen volunteers. We don't have those anymore, though. So
yeah, Beanstack.
I know.
We have
my
to
moon
use
pies.
Volunteers for other things now.
Yeah. And if you are not a fan of Beanstack, we do still offer paper.
Yes, you don't have to.
You do not have to.
You don't have to do it. We will set up an account for you.
Correct.
When you come into the library, and we'll just give you a piece of paper to write down what you're reading.
Yep.
And you just have to bring that piece of paper back, and we'll enter it for you. And it'll be just the same as everyone else.
Easy peasy. And we'll do it all for you. But other than summer reading, we have a lot of fun programs happening at the library this month of May. Mm-hmm. We have in-person story times happening downtown and East Hills. We have outdoor story times at Washington Park and Carnegie.
That's going to be great. They have such nice parks around them.
I know, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love to walk out there. My husband works over by Carnegie, and he went on a walk there yesterday. He needed out of his office.
That's nice.
I called him and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm walking at Carnegie." So I was like, "Go say hi to Jenny."
Yeah, I got a spot, Jenny.
Yeah, go say hi. We still have Tuesday night movies happening every Tuesday at 6:30 here at East Hills. Mm-hmm. It's a big one.
People were so ready for that first one.
I know.
People, it's been going great. Bob is so happy to be back here with us.
Oh yeah, shout out to Bob.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, Bob.
I think that we only mentioned it on our mid-month podcast.
Yeah.
But Bob Schultz, who introduces and gives some backgrounds on the movies.
Yeah.
He mentioned that he enjoyed the podcast.
You'll
and we were very grateful to hear that.
I see him do like movie recaps on one of the local news stations.
Yeah.
Every now and then. I saw him like before we started movies again. I was like, dang, I miss having Bob.
Yeah.
Because he's such a cool, nice guy. So
yeah.
But yeah, Tuesday night movies at 6:30 every Tuesday at East Hills. And then the book buddies are back.
Yes.
It's the reading dogs.
Yes.
So this is where, what is the organization that comes in?
It's the Pony Express.
The therapy dogs. Yeah. So they bring in so many puppers.
Yeah. It's these people that kind of get together. They're a local club, and they all have therapy dogs.
Yes.
And so they will come to the library, and kids can read to the dogs, and it really helps for kids with, learning how to read, just reading to something. And then also kids that maybe have, some more shyness with other people.
Yeah.
It helps them socialize.
Anxiety issues and things like that. And the dogs are so cute.
Yeah, the dogs are adorable.
So that's happening May 7th. That's a Saturday at 10 a.m. here at East Hills.
And it will be, I believe it's always going to be the first Saturday.
Yeah.
So that will be a continuing program again. It was happening before the pandemic. One of those things that we hated to lose.
Yeah. So we're so glad they're coming back.
Yep. So first Saturdays of every month right now, we will have the book baddies back, and please come see the doggos.
And pet them and love on them. They're so sweet. I used to love working those Saturdays. And we always have book clubs happening all the time.
Yep.
Jenny's, Friends Book Club downtown. All kinds of book clubs, so.
And all those
anytime.
Teen clubs.
Teen clubs, take and makes, adult take and makes. And you can pick up a tree sapling for our poetry take and make.
And that can be picked up from any of the branches?
Any branch.
And that's going to be specifically on May 5th.
Correct. Well.
Yeah, lots of things going on. Summer reading coming up. Lots of preparation for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're busy. This will be our last meeting next week.
Yay.
And then it's go time. And then I get a couple months off, and then it's planning 2023.
Yeah. So check out the events the events calendar. Get pre-registered for the summer reading program, and we will talk to you
mid-month.
In the mid-month episode.
We need to find something fun.
We'll make it a wild one.
Sarah Davis is dying to be on the pod.
Well, I'm sure she can come up with something crazy to do.
She'll give us an animal quiz. Okay. Bye.